Now, welcome to another episode of Freedom on Fire. I just talked about Jill Stein race and how I supported. I voted Robin Levine, the beautiful, awesome, incredible Robin Levine, over Chuck Schumer. I voted Jill Stein for president of the United States. I voted for Cuomo for governor. I voted for a couple of judges. I got to know before I voted on it. I support Cuomo to a certain level for New York because he have done something personally for an initiative I was involved with, and things like that. So I'm a mixed vote. Like I said, I'm independent. I voted Green. I voted Democratic. Oftentimes I vote Republican, depending on where they're from and their track record, and are they an extreme Republican or not. I'm an independent, truly independent voter. Nobody else control my votes. I just always tell people, don't go out there slut voting. Get to know your candidate. I got to know this candidate, and this candidate impresses me to the core. Her intelligence, her wisdom, her tender heart, her love for people, her peace initiative, her wanting to see our country go as green as they can. Let's talk to Jill Stein. Now, Dr. Jill Stein, I've had done segments on Miss Stein, and I have to let you know that Democrats don't like Jill Stein. Number one, he's another woman trying to outshine their queen. Here's a woman that's smarter than their queen, has better policies than their queen, has a track record of activism more than their queen, and they hated that. Somebody who they claim took votes from their queens. No, your queen took vote for herself, number one, because she is a Clinton. And where she was needed most to win, she didn't go number one. And number two, Clinton's destroyed that area. Well, that was her husband. Yeah, but she was the chief P.T. Barnum Bailey for her husband. So, no. And most Obama voters voted for Trump. Why? I don't know. Would I rather than vote for Hillary Clinton? I'm a person, you make up your own mind. I voted for Jill Stein because she was the smartest person in the room, and whether she had a chance in hell or not, I gave her a chance. And I'm a person that believes in giving people chances despite what I'm facing. I'd rather go through hell and high water for a person, a good person, to have a chance to truly make America great than kissing up to politicians to try to stop somebody who say they're going to make America great, but ain't going to do a doggone thing. All right, so let me get into the story. This is from the New York Times. Senate investigators scrutinize another presidential candidate, Jill Stein. Now, they got the nerves. This Russian crap is not working. There's still no evidence. They have nothing on this Russia thing. It's fabricated, all created to be a lame excuse on how horrible a candidate Hillary Clinton was. She sucked. How many times I got to say it? She sucked as a legislator. She sucked as Secretary of State. She sucked as a presidential candidate. And that's why she lost twice, because she sucked. If she run again, she'll lose to Donald Trump, and he's the most hated politician in America, second to Hillary Clinton. She will lose. She loses to him in every area to this day. She sucked. And they want to blame it on Russia. No, blame it on her, because she picked out the DNC and tried to use the DNC to shift money, illegal money. I don't even think it's, to me, I think it's illegal. But illegal money laundering scheme to get more money to come to her campaign and not feed the down ballot money. And that's why we keep losing thousands of seats. Well, you guys. And then you want to put this on Jill Stein again? Oh, okay. Well, she met with, have you seen that video of her at the conference with Vladimir Putin? Vladimir Putin is not an enemy. The Democratic Party is trying to make him an enemy. Some Republicans want to make him an enemy because it feeds the military complex when it comes to dollars, when it comes to building up weapons to fight against countries like Russia. They're pimping you and manipulating you and brainwashing you into thinking that they're our geopolitical enemy when they're not. They're greedy capitalists just like us. Also, you can help support their initiative to beef up the military. We need to fight and we need to treat cybersecurity like it's a threat to real physical war. Really? So you want people to go to war and die over cybersecurity? Do you understand? Cybersecurity is cybersecurity. You can very rarely find the real fingerprint of the person who hacked you. And by the way, the people who hacked the DNC and told the truth about the DNC, just like, not just down in Brazil, but it was the hackers. When they say Romanian hacker, Romania is not part of Russia. And by the way, that hacker, the Romanian hacker and all that was fake. So now you want to go out Jill Stein because Vladimir Putin didn't invite Hillary Clinton, who would have jumped at the opportunity to go to that meeting with Vladimir Putin, probably would have sold some more uranium. So you're going to get mad at Jill Stein because she was invited to go to the conference to talk about peace. She used her own funding and not took Russian funding to go. And she went to meet with Vladimir Putin, who was a person just like any one of us. So you telling me it's illegal for her to meet with Putin? The bottom line is the Democratic Party sucks so bad, they lost so bad, they want to make it like if you met with any Russian, you're a Russian, you're against our democracy. No, we're against you. See, you don't like the fact that Americans can meet with people, with Russians, whom you're trying to blame for your loss on a sucky campaign. You're going to blame Jill Stein. How low and pathetic can you be? Washington Senate investigator scrutinized the links between Jill Stein, the Green Party 2016 presidential nominee, and Russians' campaign to interfere in the 2016 presidential election, searching for evidence of possible conspiracy. So how would she conspire with the Russians to win? She ran in 2012 against Obama and against Mitt Romney. Was there a conspiracy there? How is that a conspiracy? Where is the conspiracy? What evidence do you have of a conspiracy between the Green Party? Really, the Green Party? You gonna pick on the guy who's growing in the room? You know. I had a brother that was a little small, and I used to pick on my brother. My brother got a little bit bigger, and one day he hit me in the face with a skateboard. I don't pick on my brother no more. Plus, he's bigger than me. I call him my little big brother. Reggie, I can take you down, but I believe you can take me down after I take you down. I don't go there with my brother. I love my brother, but that was a defining day to know not to bully people around. And my level of bullying stopped after I got hit in the face with by the skateboard with my brother. It stopped. You're going to go around and bully in the Green Party, Democratic Party, and try to get the Republicans to help you out. You want to beat down the little guy in the room who had nothing to do with nothing, but share a vision opposite of your weak vision for America. You're going to go beat on him and try to see if they was involved with the Russians when nobody was involved with the Russians. This is all made up because you guys suck. You're trying to scapegoat and trying to find excuses for you not becoming a better party, for you not making changes, sweeping changes. Senator Richard Burr of North Carolina, the Republican chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, said on Monday that the committee was just starting to look at Ms. Stein's campaign along with another campaign, which he declared to name. He declined to name. So why you can't name the other campaign? Was it Gary Johnson? Why would you name Jill Stein and not name the other person? Maybe because it's a Republican-leaning party. As it continues its investigation of the Trump campaign, Mr. Burr has previously suggested that the committee is looking at aspects of Clinton's campaign. Democrats have seethed for more than a year at Ms. Stein, whose tens of thousands of voters in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania either exceeded or nearly matched Donald Trump's margin of victory in those states which delivered him the White House, at least in a certain quarter. They greeted news of the query's enthusiasm. And let me stop for a second there. Where do you keep thinking that somebody stole your votes? You got to earn people's votes. You don't own my vote. You got to earn it. And you didn't earn it. There was nothing you could do to earn it. Because even if you came up with a contract in America, I don't believe liars and thieves and con artists. And Trump and Clinton is liars, thieves, and con artists. And the people of Michigan, some of them, they knew both of them was liars, thieves, and con artists and decided to vote. The turnout of the voting was so freaking low because we had two crappy candidates. The only real person in the room that was really had the mindset to govern this country was the little person in the room, Jill Stein. People are free to vote wherever they want. Just because some people decided not to vote for Hillary and Trump and decided to vote third party doesn't mean it's a collusion Russian effort. That's a common sense. I don't want you. I don't want you. I'm going to give her a shot. I'm going to do whatever I can to help her get some recognition, even if she don't win, because we need help. We need to break this crap, because the two-party duopoly is nothing but more of the lesser two evil, and those type of politics have to die and die as soon as possible. So you want to see how so the Democratic Party is mad at the Green Party, mad at Jill Stein because they fear they took votes. No, how they took something that didn't belong to you. You don't own nobody's vote. And as soon as my black people realize they, start letting the Democratic Party know that, hey, we've given you our votes freely. What have you given us? Nothing. Well, that changes. This Doug Jones situation, that's letting you know we got voting power and we can go out in big numbers on your behalf, but we need some concessions and need them now. Not when you get ready to run and not after you're elected. We need some concessions now. What are you going to do for the black community now? Where's your contract with Black America now? Now I know some of you say, why you got to go all black America? Because white America still have the leverage in America. It is not even. It is not equal. You can spew out black housing has grown. You can spew out black finances has grown. It's supposed to. This is America. It's supposed to grow under every president. It didn't start with Donald Trump. Barack Obama put that structure in 8 years ago. We said it's going to take at least 10 years to get it mobilized, even when the next person come in, no matter what party they in. He built that infrastructure. And it's working to a certain extent. And I dare Donald Trump to come in as a coward to take claim for somebody else's hard work. But hey, that's what wealthy, rich people do. My daddy built this company, so I'm going to take credit. That's why they got this freaking tax plan. It's going to have her and her brothers, the Trump children, go up and say, we worked hard with our daddy. Work hard? Pushing paper? Anyway, let me get back on Jill Stein. Jesse Ferguson, a former Clinton campaign spokesman, said Americans ought to know if a presidential nominee, no matter how minor, had become a Russian asset or was simply boosted in the effort to chip away Democratic votes from Mrs. Clinton. Well, let me tell you something clueless. Americans ought to know how the Democratic Party cheated their own, how the Democratic Party pimped out their own workers, and how they cheated and shift money to go into your precious Hillary Clinton campaign. That's what they ought to know. That's the real collusion. That's the real cheating. You're going to beat up on Jill Stein because people decided to vote for her? Chip away from votes. Let me read this again. Boosted efforts to chip away Democratic votes. Who said that you own people votes? There's no such thing as Democratic votes until after they click the lever in that booth. That's when you know it's a Democratic vote. Before then, the vote is open for all, free for all. You don't own nobody's freaking vote. Let me keep going. Russian operatives were not promoting Jill Stein because they thought she would win, Mr. Ferguson said. They were promoting her because they thought it would hurt Hillary Clinton and help Donald Trump. Number one, the Russians don't like Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. Number two, who said that the Russians used Jill Stein? Russians didn't use Jill Stein about... You guys sound like stupid, idiots, dumb, crybaby, hacks. You sound pathetic. You sound disgusting, man. That's why people don't want to be a part of your party. The reason we got Trump is this stupid mess. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I'm no idiot. You guys are idiots. You come up with this fake excuse for why you suck and why your girl who was ultimately supposed to be crowned the Queen of the United States, why she lost. You still trying to find reasons why she lost. I told you why she lost. She sucked. You ran the wrong candidate. You pushed at all costs, by any means necessary, the wrong freaking candidate. Let me stop because my segment's go a little bit too long. It's 15 minutes in. All right, let's stop this. Jill Stein ran because she has a right to run. Jill Stein has a platform greater than the Democratic Party. She has. People saw the platform. And after you screwed Bernie, who was the real progressive in the race, not a corporatist like Hillary Clinton, automatically the people who wanted to support the true progressive in the race, the independent, who you don't own, decided to vote for Jill Stein. Let me tell you something again. You don't own nobody vote. Even when they go in the booth and click yes for a Democrat, doesn't mean you own their vote. They decided to vote for you. They're not born to vote for you. They decided to vote for you. You got to understand, a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters was not going to go Hillary Clinton's way because they're independents. And when you screwed Bernie, they had to make a hard decision. Either I don't vote, I'm going to vote for Jill Stein, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. And I sure ain't vote for that Hillary Clinton. I do not like her. She's a corporatist. At least this guy's talking my language, and he may do it. He may be, I've done it all, let me do something for the little people type of guy, even though he lied. Well, at least that's what he portrayed. Hillary Clinton did nothing. She thought this was supposed to just come to her. I'm winning. Lost because you suck. And you're going to blame the little woman in the womb, which is real. Jill Stein is not a little woman. She's a very intelligent, smart, bright activist who's been doing activism for years in the United States. And for you to lump her in with the Russians, all because she went to an event with RT to talk about a peace initiative in the world, you're going to say she could collude with the Russians. Anybody colluded with the Russians, Hillary Clinton with this uranium deal. Ms. Stein confirmed late Monday that the committee had contacted her campaign to request documents, including emails, such as usually proceeds an interview with the committee. In the statement, she pledged to cooperate, but warned against such inquiries being used to intimidate the silence of principles opposition of political establishment. We strongly support legitimate inquiry into any illegal activity in our election, including quid pro quo deals, money laundering, corruption, violence. So this is Jill Stein hitting back. So don't think just a nice, sweet doctor who's running for office with a nice toned voice, who don't think she ain't gonna push back on you. She will push back and push back so hard that you're gonna fall and bump your head. And in this, she's saying, look, I'll go on with it. This stuff is dumb. I'm going to go on with it. I'm going to let you see. But if you're going to look into my stuff about Russian, if you're going to look into my records, you better doggone well looking into the records of Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. She's saying, look, I strongly support a legitimate inquiry into any illegal activity in our election, including quid pro quo deals, Clinton's, money laundering, Clinton's, corruption, Clinton's, violation of campaign finances law, Clinton's. Ms. Stein said, at the same time, we caution against the politicization of sensationalism and the collapse of journalistic standard that has plagued media coverage. In other words, we also want to let you know that you're going down a dark hill with true investigation and true journalism. This is crap. You're going down the wrong road when it comes to journalism. And I also want to let you know, don't you dare think that this is going to be a way to intimidate third parties from running, because we're going to run and we're going to build, whether you like it or not. You're not going to silence us. I don't care if you come up with some crap. Anyway, the Senate Intelligence Committee requested to Stein's campaign was first reported by BuzzFeed News. Senate investigators are interested in unraveling what was behind the apparent closeness between Stein, a Harvard education doctor, perennial Green Party candidate, and Russia. Peace initiative. The same reason why closeness. Why did you get this closeness? Just because they invited her out to an event? Maybe they invited Hillary Clinton out and Hillary Clinton declined it. Who knows? Just because somebody go to an event and speak about world peace, that mean they close with Putin? Get out of here with this mess. And what if she was? Is there against the law being a friend or of an enemy or an ally? Do that mean they're up to something? You guys sound so dumb, so stupid, man. You guys gotta start giving this up. You got no evidence. I don't know why you keep covering up for this woman and trying to find excuses for her to lose. I keep telling you, she lost because she sucked. Mrs. Stein traveled to Moscow in 2015 for dinner celebrating the 10th anniversary of RT, Russian television. the state-run news organization that American Intelligence Agency has concluded to be used to spread propaganda. What American Intelligence Agency? There you go, making up this mess again. Name the intelligence agency. I watch RT all the time. They have more truth than CNN. No, what it is you can't control RT. You can't buy them and tell the reporters what to report on. That's what it is. You got people like Jesse Ventura, Lee Camp. One day my man Tim Black will be up there. Who knows? Photographs from the event shows Ms. Stein sitting at the table with President Vladimir Putin. Why don't you forget about the photograph? Go on YouTube and watch the entire video and hear her talk on that panel. We got photographs of Barack Obama with Putin. We got photographs of the Clintons with Putin. We got photographs. Come on, we got photographs of Bush with the computer with Putin. Come on now, stop with this stupid mess. Vladimir Putin, Russia, and other prominent Russian government officials sitting across from her was another American, Michael T. Flynn, Mr. Trump, former national security advisor, who has now entered a plea agreement with Robert Mueller, the special account investigator. He entered a plea agreement because he lied. He thought you meant Russian leadership, people at the Kremlin. No, he just talked to the Russian ambassador. In her statement, Ms. Stein, as she attended the 2015 dinner at her own expense in hopes of reaching an international audience and Russian officials with a message of Middle East peace, diplomacy, and cooperation against the urgent threat of climate change. What did she go there for? She went there to talk about Middle East peace, diplomacy, and cooperation against urgent threats of climate change. Also, drawing scrutiny is Mrs. Stein's relationship with Julian Assange, the founder of WikiLeaks. Mr. Assange called in via Skype to the Green Party convention, and he did it also. Well, look, let me tell you something. Julian Assange don't like Clinton. That's the bottom line, but that's another story. Clinton wanted that man dead. I'll do another story on that. All right, so the bottom line of this story is this is all sensationalism, fabrication, things like that. They're not going nowhere with Flynn. They're not going to go nowhere with Trump's son. They're not going anywhere because these guys didn't do nothing wrong. I don't like Trump being president. I think his kids are a bunch of spoiled brats, and they don't care about American people. All they care about is their daddy's money. Look, they in line to the fortune of Trump. So, and do they care about people? I doubt it. I don't see anything that the Trump boys are doing right now to help out people, especially in New York City. All right, so the bottom line is this is sensationalism. They try to find another scapegoat for Hillary Clinton's sucker. There is no Russian collusion, but there is a whole lot of DNC collusion between Hillary Clinton buying out the DNC, pimping them of funds to run for president, railroad Bernie Sanders, cheating him, undermining the U.S. election, and she should be dealt with about that. She cheated from the top to the bottom. No money going to the states to win state and local races. All the money, majority of the money going to her, and she still lost because she sucked. That is illegal. That is against the law. That is true collusion, and you need to have her on the stand grilling her just as much as you got Flynn, Paul Manafort, Scarbucci, whatever his name. Stop being a hack. There's already evidence of collusion in the Democratic primaries. You have no evidence of collusion in the general, but you try to find one so you can say this is why you lost. It wasn't because you sucked. It's because there was collusion. No, she lost because she sucked. She had her own collusion going on in the Democratic Party. That's why she was so confident that she was going to win. But the polls were saying, why I'm not winning at 50%? Why I'm not at 50%? Because everybody knows you're a liar, a cheater, a fraud, a crook. Just like the person that you ran against. And the reason why he won and you lost is because a lot of people decided not to vote for liars, cheaters, and crooks. And it was up to you to go into the right area to prove that you learned from your wicked ways and you will do that no more, and you're truly going to work for the people, and you would have talked the right language, a populist message to those areas with the hope of forgiveness and moving forward. You might would have beat Trump. But the Barack Obama supporter who you just assumed was going to support you because you're supposed to be Obama 2.0 decided to either not vote, decided to support Jill Stein and give her a boost for the future because she is intelligent, smart, she has a great vision, or they decide to bite the bullet and vote for Donald Trump because at least they're offering something. I don't trust him. He might be lying, but I know she's lying. That's why you lost. Not Russia. It was you. And the bottom line, you put the Democrats in a position where they can continue to lose because you end up buying out the party. About TV Freedom 05. By all means, look at the link below. There's a Patreon. But more importantly, I want you to go get to know LS. It's a program designed, it's a benefit designed to provide true legal protection to your local community and the people in the community. So get to know LS, become a member, and the proceeds from toward Freedom on Fire and the Bob TV channel. I love you. Talk to you soon. Peace.
Hey, thank you for watching the webcast. By all means, make sure you like, subscribe, and share these videos. Go to YouTube right now and hit the notification button and hit the subscribe. And if you're interested in supporting the channel, by all means, there's a Patreon link. I will put a PayPal link, and the money toward that goes toward equipment, things like that. And last but not least, make sure you look at two sections down below. One is called Get to Know LS, the membership. The other one is Get to Know LS, the opportunity. What do you mean LS? LS is a program that called Legal Shield that I am an independent representative of. It has not, that company has nothing to do with my views. I fell in love with this program about a decade ago. I've been doing this for over a decade, offering the services to people to benefit and connecting people to the services, putting them in a position where equal justice under the law is not just on the Supreme Court building. It's actually becoming a reality in their lives by having this membership. And this, with this organization, not only will you be able to know about your rights in a certain area, but you'll know about how to exert and execute your right with the power of attorney, top-rated attorney, backing you no matter where you go, without worrying about all this money coming out your pocket and things like that. So get to know LS, the member, financially. You can help contribute to this program by becoming a member. Some of the proceeds of being a member of LS goes toward Freedom on Fire and the Rob Report. I'm Robert Bob TV Brown. I thank you for being a huge support to what we do here. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.